this thing on? Good day to all of you. Today I'd like to talk about using trauma as a source of fuel for ourselves. It has come to my attention that this is something I've been doing on autopilot, and I'm sure most people do as well. We use painful situations to fuel us in many ways in life. You could often attribute to this as being stuck in survival mode. But it could also be when you're not in survival mode and you're attached to your trauma. So attached, and you've created this victim complex to the point where when you are healing from that trauma, or when you have healed from a certain trauma, you feel empty, right? And then you question why you feel empty. You feel like something's wrong with you. You don't understand, like maybe I should be feeling more abundant, more energetic. But what happens is, when you heal from trauma, you actually become empty for a little moment in time. And it can be a very tricky thing to understand when that moment comes. And why is it that we feel empty? And it's because we've been using that trauma as a fuel for ourselves for many years. So when that trauma is healed, it's no longer a fuel source for us, and it's why we feel less energetic. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It just means you're in a different phase in your life, right? And I was watching a show recently, and it said something that really caught me, and it said, in this time where you feel empty, sometimes being empty is a good thing, because then you can fill yourself up with better things. So feeling empty is not a signal that something is wrong with you. Feeling empty is a signal that it's time for you to find different sources of motivation or fuel for your life. It doesn't have to just be attached to traumatic experiences in your life. And for some of us, taking this step is scary. It's scary to let go of trauma, because for many reasons you think, well, maybe if I let go of this trauma, I will not be good enough anymore, because I will not have the energy I need to sustain doing all these activities I like doing, or the activities I need to do. And you have to come into this realization that there are so many more forms of sustainable energy out there for you, sustainable fuel to your fire. You have to find it, but you have to allow yourself to find it, and that takes patience. And a lot of us, we're so attached to this trauma to begin with, and it's such an easy thing because we're so familiar with it. So we go to it for that source of fuel. We don't have to grow to get that fix. It doesn't take as much work to get that fix. And so that's why you see a lot of people stuck in victim mentalities, or you see a lot of people stuck in their trauma when they have every fucking God-given gift to them to heal from that trauma. They choose not to heal from it because, and they often don't even realize that they're making this choice to begin with. It's a very unconscious thing. I attribute it because we as human beings always take the path of least resistance, and sometimes doing the work to grow feels like resistance. So my message to you is to find out what fuel is going to sustain you in the long run. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in another one.